Yeah,
Oh yeah,
we did like the most boring, just
What is that? What are
grindy.
you taking a shower right now?
No, the lady's doing the dishes.
Oh my god.
Okay, fine. I'll mute myself too. Damn, man.
Does she?
That's what they're good for.
Does she always?
That's
She's
what
like
we
always
said.
does the dishes whenever we play. She just
Yeah, well,
hates.
I
She
mean,
just
I do
hates.
them. I do them like all other days of the week. So generally,
Imagine having dishes.
but do you just like eat off of like paper or something? I don't
No,
understand.
I eat off the floor like a proper human.
Off the floor.
Okay, so
Yeah.
where last we left our adventurers, you had just freed Mr. Ramey, and
What day was that, by the way?
it is the 2nd of Elaeus at noon.
And where did we do that? We did that like
You did
On the
on,
fucking hill,
on a hill.
Like-
far away.
Like-
Over the hills and far away.
in the boonies, right? Like, cause that's what I wanted everyone to do. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, there we go. And we stopped like immediately after that, right? It's like, okay, dude's dead. Let's go to sleep.
No, we didn't stop immediately after that.
No,
That's
I
where
mean
you-
the fucker wanted his book, and so on.
that's where you blacked out. But yes,
And we
so
were
you
like,
gave him back his
we were not
book.
trying to rob you. We were trying to help you.
If only Greg had like published his recap before the session started.
Maybe if you wrote a fucking recap yourself.
You had 2 weeks, Greg.
I literally worked every single one of those days except one.
Yeah.
I think that Mark should have written it since he was the one on vacation. The rest of us have been doing shit.
Yeah, I do. Listen, I do
So,
enough.
but-
I'm as the DM. You can't expect me to also do the recaps.
I mean,
I can't work on the Blessed Realm. For fuck's.
Anyway, so yes, so you had you just gave him his book back. Now he's much calmer, and he's asked you why you sought him out.
Because you got a big dick.
Mhm.
All right,
Oh.
he takes his robes off.
He puts on his wizard hat.
I hope that when he takes them off, he like notices that like 15 or 20 years have passed or however much, and then he's just like, oh.
I mean, he was already pretty old, so
He notices his
So-
withered, shrivelly winkadink.
Yeah. So we needed your help because we need to find the demon lord.
Interesting. Which one did you have in mind?
I'm going to interject and say,
Greg, your mic.
I'm going to say, actually, he needed your help.
It is muted.
He doesn't even
No, it's
know
fucking
what.
not. I can hear myself. I can hear me and Kilo.
Let
through
me
his mic.
finish.
So Vera's going to interject that and say, he needed your help because he doesn't even know what demon lord he's fighting.
And then Remay looks at you and he says, "Is this true?"
Can I describe it? A black humanoid made of ash and ember, has a pulsing glow of internal flame and a cloud of volcanic superheated ash.
It's called a
That's what
pyroclastic flow.
What?
It's called pyroclastic flow.
Okay, yeah, whatever.
Pyroclasm. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so you described that, and old Nicky rubs his beard and he says, "That sounds like the King of Embers. He's a particularly crafty and cruel demon who, last I heard of him, had just recently made a name for himself in abyssal circles when he killed another demon lord and took over their realm in Pazunia, the plane of 1,000 portals."
We.
I'm sorry, did you say the plane of 1,000 turtles?
Portals.
Portals.
Oh, portals. Oh, okay.
There's probably at least 1,000 turtles in there somewhere, though. I mean, that's a lot of portals, you know, and
That
that's not
makes-
that many, and that's not really that many turtles.
Okay, I just wanted to check because this didn't jive with my image of the Lord of Ember.
Embers.
Hmm.
Sorry, embers plural.
Yes.
Yes.
But he
Is
says, but he says that aside from that, he'd need to conduct some more research and consult his notes back at his house if you wanted to know more than that.
We do
Um,
want to know more
Mr.
about
Mr. Remay, is it possible that that this demon was acting on someone else's orders or had been enslaved to someone's will, or is such a lord not likely to be malleable to that extent? Because my companion here seems to think that that the demon was sent there by an enemy of his house.
All demons can be summoned if the ritual is performed properly and with sufficient power and intensity. However, controlling the Lord once arrived is no easy feat.
Hmm.
But demon lords of even greater power have indeed been summoned to this realm and even bound here.
But can one be summoned to a distinct other location?
What do you mean?
So we freed you by
I'm
summoning.
asking what you mean, not him.
Oh yeah.
He, of course, knows what you mean, but what do you mean?
What I mean is, can is it possible to, like, if I'm in Chicago, summon a demon to Detroit?
what is Chicago?
It's an
Yeah,
example.
what's
He's
Chicago?
saying would somebody have had to have been in Evermeet to summon it to Evermeet?
Yeah, I'm saying, can you summon it to a third location?
Oh
or
yeah, you gotta be there. You gotta be
to
there.
Okay. So is that what he's gonna answer then?
Yeah. He says you got to be there, and then he's like, "What's Chicago?"
So I'm gonna look at
Does
Harmon.
he do like a little finger snap while he says it?
Yeah, what's
I'm gonna-
Chicago?
I'm gonna look at Harmonel, and I'm going to say, whoever brought the demon was at your family's house. You know that,
He
right?
said 1 minute.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Clang.
And if we were to slay this demon, we would be doing a great service to the people of Faerun. Yes, this demon has committed great atrocities.
Bane,
I mean, yeah.
And
killing-
you would help us in this quest for freeing you.
To an
Yes,
extent.
Uncle Nicky.
Alaric, I
And
don't
then
know.
he says that he when you call him Uncle Nicky, he frowns and he says,
Oh,
"You will not
I
call
said
me
he
that."
asked. I
Oh.
said he asked. Like I was narrating. I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
He
Don't
doesn't
do
even
that.
know his name is Uncle Nicky. He doesn't
Don't.
even know about that. He's not in on like that, you know.
From what you can tell, he does seem to remember things.
Uh-oh. Does he remember that?
Do you remember all those times you cuddled him?
Remember that time I told those two random elf dudes to tie you to a tree?
Yes. He certainly knew that you had his book.
So my question would be: does he remember all the times Varys lovingly cared for and helped him?
I mean, if he remembers the bad, then he must remember the good.
I mean, I don't know about that.
You'd think he would be a little more thankful. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, he hasn't killed you. He did, but yes, he says that he would be willing to help you to an extent.
Så Bilvidada, vad har vi förpast?
After the dude informed us that you can't summon a demon to a third location, you summon it to where you're at. I look at you.
Yeah, never go to a secondary location with a demon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Secondary location.
I looked at you, Harmonil, and I said, whoever brought that demon to your home to kill your family was there.
I am aware that he was in Evermeet.
How do we know this wasn't just how his father did a murder-suicide?
Not just Evermeet, Harmonil.
Well, he saw the
He
demon.
was there. He was in your house. Who all escaped that day besides you and your brothers?
Myself, my two brothers, and my mother who died the next day of sorrow and grief.
So
No,
clearly,
your mother
Harm
died.
knows
Your mother
summon the
died the
demon.
same day. I've told you
Fuck
that.
you. Okay, never mind. So
Are you sure? Because if that's the case, then one of your brothers summoned that demon.
Aren't they there right now listening to you say
Yeah.
this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Seem
how do
very
they react?
confused by that. And then
Do you,
Tiago says,
I mean,
Tiago says,
shouldn't have. Wait.
hold on. Tiago says, you're an idiot. The demon could have just killed whoever summoned it.
or it could have been somebody snuck into the home undetected, summoned the
Some
demon,
demon
and left.
left, or he was simply in the general vicinity, like outside of the mansion or whatever.
That's why I asked. Did who all escaped that day?
I can't tell if Vara is wise with no intelligence or intelligence with no
Tiavos
wisdom.
and Vihayon say, no one.
That one.
At least we
Well,
didn't see
it
anyone.
must have been somebody,
It was
but it
some.
must have been somebody that was undetected, somebody that had a grudge against your family and would have means to break in and then escape quickly.
Via
Or
magical
someone
means,
in your
whatever.
family, or someone in your family who thought that the death of all
Rame
of you
looks
was
bored.
their own death.
Mm.
Is there anyone in your family who would be willing to risk their own life to destroy you all?
In my family, no. Outside, maybe.
Okay. Because I still think that there is something, at the very least, slightly foolish about you trying your damnedest to kill this demon without having a thought for who summoned it. That's your enemy. The demon's not your enemy. The demon is a weapon.
Surely,
Demon's your
regardless,
friend.
Maybe.
we would be capable of learning who it was that summoned this demon when we capture, defeat, and then eventually kill it.
Wait, but I
And
mean,
rape it.
wait. Do demons actually have like a summon history, like you have on your browser, where you're searching for porn?
Well,
Like-
it depends on if you summon them incognito or not, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can they be summoned through a VPN?
Well, that's
could
the
they
thing,
been
yeah.
routing
You,
it?
you gotta summon somebody who summons a guy who summons him. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
He got summoned from a Nigerian IP address.
Yeah.
So they didn't actually have to be there. They just had to make sure it was rerouted through House
Mhm.
Fenderwell's router. Okay.
Regardless of who summoned it, you can help us. Yes, Mr. Ramey?
To an extent.
I'm sorry, Alric, but I don't agree with the regardless of who summoned it.
Irregardless.
You
Reme corrects you.
huh?
Irregardless. Reme corrects you.
Yeah, you are new in this group, Ulrich, but Harmon and myself have had this discussion before a number of times.
Ulrich?
I don't know. Greg's been.
I must correct you once again.
I said Alaric. You got all pissy last time.
My name is Alaric.
Alaric.
You know what? I cannot fault you too much because I knew the people of Nightstone for over 15 years, and yet not a single one of them could say my name correctly. So, in all honesty, it must be a very difficult name for you people with the Sword Coast.
You know what they say? If everywhere you go smells like shit.
Alaric, is it okay if I just call you Greg?
How about we all? My name's Alaric, but you can call me Varys.
Yeah. So,
It's like Beer Fest when he dies, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm his brother, but you could just call me Phil."
yeah.
Nice.
By the way, so Mr. Rama, you said you could do more research on the topic if you went to your notes in your mansion.
Indeed.
Is his mansion not on the? Is his mansion not on the path back? Oh no, it's right outside of Daggerford, right?
Yep.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was right outside
It was
Nightstone.
like an hour out or something like that.
Yep. Suburbia, basically. You know.
Are we at all opposed to returning to Nightstone for the night and then traveling to Mr. May's mansion?
He looks at you curiously and he says, "You will not need to accompany me."
What do you mean by that? Because while I think the lot of us trust in your ability to protect yourself. Forgive the impertinence, but you are something of an asset for us, and an asset that we have fought hard to preserve. And we are not greatly inclined to just let you wander off into the wilderness on your own, whether or not you think you can handle yourself.
He looks you up and down, and then he says, "You do not let me do anything."
Surely, can I say something, like jump
Yeah.
in? Surely, Mr. Ramey, after having experienced such a long imprisonment at the hand of this demon, you will see that
Well,
fighting
that's
and
not the demon
killing.
that imprisoned him.
Well, I'm saying like that,
Oh.
like he was imprisoned. I'm saying like you were imprisoned by a demon. Surely, you could see that allowing the one that we currently seek to continue continue to exist and be free could be a threat to yourself as well.
He just shrugs and he says, "Demons act in their own nature. One cannot be offended by nature."
Then how is it that this previous one imprisoned you?
Carelessness.
And if you were to be imprisoned once more, and travelers such as ourselves were not able to help you,
They have a saying in Daggerford, at least in Nightstone, maybe in Daggerford. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, can't get fooled again.
shut the fuck up, George Bush. Would you not have some vested interest in seeing this demon removed from Faerun?
Why would he?
It's only exists as a threat to you, does it not? If this weaker demon was able to subdue you,
Through carelessness, friend. I assure you, I shan't be so careless in the future.
I'm curious, Mr. Ramey. If you could settle something that's
Greg, mute your mic when you're not talking, please.
seriously, you gotta mute your mic.
All right.
Dude.
I don't know what happened. Like, it used to not pick up anything, now it picks up
You
everything.
need to
I
get a
don't know.
fucking real mic.
Yeah.
It is a real mic, which is crazy.
It's your laptop integrated mic, isn't it?
No, it's my fucking headset.
You have a headset?
Your headset sucks.
Interesting. Well, I don't
You
know.
need like how? But you have speakers though, right?
No, he turned everything off.
Well,
He's just.
whatever.
At any rate,
Because if his mic can pick up what his headset is doing, he's like deafening himself right now.
Rip Greg.
I am deaf.
he's just like screaming into
That
the
is true.
headset.
But yeah, he is actually like.
No, you know what?
partially deaf right now.
I adjusted it somehow so that, because remember, it wasn't picking up anything, and now it's picking up everything, and I don't know how to change it back.
You buffoon.
You hit Control Z.
Well, actually, we're not hearing anything now though. So.
That's because I'm muting it when I'm not talking.
Well,
Well, that works.
that's perfect, Greg. That's what. Ah, die, ah. All right, all right, Keela. What were you saying? Sorry.
What I was saying is, if you could settle a concern that I've been having in this entire quest of Harmondale's. Greg, mute your mic.
No, we're standing in a canyon, so.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Thank you. See that's
Yeah,
good. That's good.
yeah.
Good DMing. Good DM. This demon that imprisoned you, you said it was through carelessness, but what would have caused it to wish to imprison you in the first place?
I was
My
summoning
concern is, huh?
I summoned it.
You summoned it, yes. Okay, because so
He says it very casually, like it's the obvious, like it's very obvious.
no,
I was summoning it. You know.
Yeah. Because a question I have asked myself since Harmonel first brought us on this quest of his is whether and why a demon would, of its own volition, choose to enter our plane simply to cause mischief or a
Demons are
or
chaotic and evil creatures, though they do not view themselves in that way.
course.
They, while outwardly impulsive to us, always have their own motivations, and that motivation is to ascend the ladder of the abyss and become the ruler of it.
Yes. But that has little
Any
to do with
actions that they would take would be in furtherance of that goal, or the increase of their own power.
Yes. But that then has little to do with us and provides little reason for a demon to enter
Perhaps.
on a plane
But
simply to kill a man's family. Yes.
perhaps
steal the
an
crown.
elf understands, where he looks at Alaric. A human would not.
Alaric, you fuck.
Alaric, sorry. He says, Demon, you operate on. You live much longer than a human. Your time scale is warped comparatively. What seems like a short-term plan for you might seem long-term to a human who would
Morning
be dead
breath
before
like
it's
the
seen
life
out.
of a human.
Exactly. Demons operate on cosmic timescales. Many of these creatures have been fighting in the abyss for thousands and thousands of years. Their goals and plans are outside of the mind of most humans, and to try to comprehend a demon is to drive yourself insane.
Fair enough.
Mr. Remay, I'm not trying to comprehend a demon. My question is whether there is any reason for them to go to the effort of entering our plane simply to kill a number of elves. I don't need to understand the whole mind of the demon to know whether or not that has sense, do I?
It would depend on the elf and what the demon thought they might get out of it. As I said, it's difficult to place yourself in the hooves, tentacles of a demon.
We won't be able to make a determination until we learn more about who summoned that demon and why.
I mean, we should learn more about the demon in the first place.
Perhaps
Maybe you
your
should know more
father
about who's
consorted
coming.
with entities of which you were unaware.
Did he? Don't remember
Did
that.
he?
Fuck you, okay.
No, that was Remain.
Ah.
I'm just kidding.
I don't remember himself doing these things.
Harmon, I think it is high.
Well, then Remain shrugs and he says, "Perhaps you have enemies then, or perhaps."
We have enemies in Evermeet. If that's
Who?
the question.
I have been asking you that.
Yeah, I told you it's like the Elven Unity movement.
Oh, the Elven Union movement? Is that what you said?
Unity movement.
Oh, I thought you were saying like Teamsters.
No. So basically, Evermeet is shut off to everybody except High Elves, and specifically like almost only High Elves who were like lived there at the time of its creation. And the Elven Unity movement wants to open it up to all elves, half elves, drow, you know.
Oh, okay.
You know, and obviously Harmonel's daddy is, you know, the racist apple doesn't fall far from the racist tree. And you know.
So
they were not necessarily friends of the EUM.
Okay. And Harmon, have you looked into this group and discerned whether there is anyone in that group who could have summoned a demon lord?
Georgios
I know.
Soros.
What?
Georgios Soros is obviously the leader of the Elven Unity movement.
No, I mean you
No,
said
I'm just
the
kidding.
name
I
was
did.
Mayara Amadon was the
Yeah.
name of the
We
leader.
gotta build a wall around Evermeet, and we're gonna make.
It'll be the
proud
best wall,
people,
the
okay?
prettiest
Yeah,
wall, the
10
most
out of 10,
beautiful
10 out of
wall,
10
the
of- 10
tallest
out of 10 will-
wall.
Are you really
Yeah.
good at that?
10 out of 10 would vote for Donaldion Trumpion. Turning point Evermeet. Yes,
There you
I
go.
mean, the leader was a pesky little elf called Mayara Amadon.
Yes.
Pesky up. She's like 600 years old.
And this woman could have summoned a demon lord into your home,
Potentially.
potentially. And this woman is in Evermeet, or is she elsewhere?
She's in Evermeet.
She's in Evermeet, where you can't get back to.
Yes.
I have a further question, because this has never been clear to me. Were you cast out of Evermeet, or did you leave?
You need the crown to get to Evermeet.
No, but
Right,
he was.
Yeah, he's asking, did they get forced out or did they leave? Harmono.
Well, you and your brothers might know that. You never told us that.
No. We went there on our own. We left it on our own.
So you left before investigating the prime suspect.
They were kids! We were kids, Tiavos says.
We didn't have the means for that.
You didn't
Put
have
it
them
lightly. And we couldn't go into the meetings of the noble houses because we didn't have the crown. So
We were as good as exiled as is, Fahan says. Without lips.
Gross. Vera slightly dismissively turns away from them and looks back at Remay and says, is there any way, if we were to summon this demon lord, providing we can figure out who the demon lord is?
You do know who the demon lord is. It's the King of Embers.
Oh yeah, we do know this. If there's any way that we could summon the Lord of Embers, is there any way that we, or more likely you, could compel it, or him, to tell us who had sent him or summoned him?
It is possible.
It's possible you had there was a hesitation there.
You would have to make it worth my while to summon a demon lord of that magnitude.
I was gonna say you would have to
suck me
many
off.
greenbacks. Many greenbacks.
like Saul Goodman, yeah, give me
He
10
says
pounds.
he says
17 points.
I would need the demon's soul.
I mean, you can.
What?
Did anyone here have plans for his soul, or does anyone object to Remay taking the soul when we're done with it?
And what do you plan to do with this soul, Mr. Remay?
Alaric, you shut your mouth.
I would mind my own business.
Okay, god damn it.
Vera's gonna just tap her nose, yep, he's got it.
Yep.
And if we kill this demon, it would not be able to continue its destructive, evil behavior.
If you kill
Alaric.
If you kill a demon on the material plane, its soul will leave its body, and I know how to trap these souls. But if untrapped, the soul returns to the abyss, and within 10 years reconstitutes itself. The only way to truly kill a demon is to kill it in the abyss.
Can I roll perception to see if he's planning anything nefarious with this demon soul?
Roll insight.
But my perception's better.
I know, but it's not a perception roll. It's an insight roll.
So basically, we need to go to hell to kill him properly.
Yes.
Not hell, the abyss. Hell is devils.
23.
Oh, buddy.
Ooh. Yeah, you see mischief on his face. He's definitely up to some sussy shit.
Yeah, but so Vera's going to interject though and say, Alaric, you keep saying that the demon is up to mischief, but we only know that it did one evil deed on this plane.
Look, in my
to kill Harmono's family.
Maine, as much as I respect you, and I believe you are on a path of good, I believe that maybe you don't have as much experience with demons as I do. Demons are surely never up to good.
I did.
That
no one
is
said
a
it was
correct
good.
assessment.
No one said it was up to good.
They are the complete antithesis of our gods.
Alaric, no one said it was up to good. My point is that it was only there at someone else's behest. We do not need to see it as a
And
shining
it
beam
still
of light.
murdered this man's family.
Yes, it murdered this man's family at someone's behest. You don't hate the blade because it's wielded by an evil man, do you?
But if the blade is inherently evil,
What
It's-
is this?
What
Is
if
this
the blade is a
Wolfgang?
dog and the dog hates people?
if the blade is a living being,
Wait, is
filled
this
with
story for
malice and
Ambassador? What the
hatred.
fuck?
It's
It's a
an
metaphor.
analogy, Mark. Damn, or metaphor, yeah.
I need to use lot reference for everything. Come on, you fuck.
My point being, Lady Ilsanane, my point being that once we capture this demon, that is our only lead to learn more about who sent it.
Yeah, no one objected to that, but you seem hell bent on killing it.
Well, is not giving its soul to Mr. May here essentially killing it?
But you were just objecting to that. We're all okay with that.
He says, Ramey says, I assure you, he won't wreak any more havoc in this world or any other.
Hmm.
We can discuss this more on our way back, Lady Ilsanane.
Okay. Yes.
So are we going to return to Nightstone now while Uncle Nicky heads back?
Yeah, so
to,
Uncle Nicky says, yes, I'll do some research and I'll contact you again. And he starts just walking off, muttering into himself, deep in concentration. And when he gets about a couple meters away, there's like a crack and a poof of mist, and he's gone.
He teleported.
Great use of our time to bring that guy back to his senses.
The reason I possibly object...
Isn't helping an old man enough reward?
Oh, how cute.
I mean, like, you guys were, like, super happy. You're like, we're helping this old man out. And then it turns out he's kind of a dick. And you're like, man, we shouldn't have helped that old man. We shouldn't have cured that old man's Alzheimer's.
Well, he's
I was never down for
clearly
killing
not
him.
exactly good. That's the issue that I personally have, Lady Ilsanane.
What's your issue? You turned your mic really far down. Now you're all quiet.
Yeah, I turned him up. He's okay for me.
Oh, yes, you can do that. That's true.
I'm trying to not have the echo. Okay.
No, it's perfect.
Yeah.
You keep it as is.
That's perfect. Yeah, I just needed a card to give me some sense, which he
Are
did.
you hearing any of yourselves?
No,
in my
we're
mic?
not. No!
Just talk, man. Shut up.
So
What the fuck?
here is my issue, Lady Ilsanane, is that while I believe it is of the utmost importance that we remove this demon from the material plane, I just hope that Mr. Ramey does not cause more troubles with how he utilizes it.
I am sure that Mr. Amay is going to cause trouble and prevent trouble through every one of the rest of his days. There's that man.
I mean, he does have that many, right?
I mean, anyone who thinks otherwise has not spoken to that man that we just brought back to his senses.
Allowing this man to kill this demon. My only wish is that maybe we monitor him going forward and keep an eye on him.
Well, I don't think we have
one evil just to create another. You're just contributing to evil yourself.
Whoa.
No, we're not. That's just swapping evil. That is a transfer of evil. Do you need to enroll you in math classes?
Alaric is an evil transference philosophy major, so he's all he's like.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, if there was a train going by and there was one person, and then you
no.
If there's a train going by and there's a demon on one track, and then Uncle Nicky's on the other track.
Alaric.
Yes.
There are no trolleys in Faerun.
Alaric.
And there will be Comp B, and there will be nitroglycerin before there's trolleys here. Okay.
So anyway, once again,
we have uranium in Faerun.
May I please remind you, Lady Ilsanane, my name is Alaric.
Alaric.
I say this with utmost respect, especially given
Alaric.
I believe you hold in the future events of the Sword Coast. but I would appreciate it if you at least attempted to say my name correctly. And he like, you could tell like he's a guy that doesn't get phased by much, but like after hearing his name mispronounced for like 3 days, he's like, all right, like can you guys at least try?
Let's dehumanize him.
Yeah, come on. So,
I will try my best, Ulrich.
We can just call him Al.
Ow, Alaric.
yeah, God, I'm tired.
Jeez.
Jeez.
All right, so are we gonna trot back down to Daggerford?
Yep, you trod back down to Daggerford. Takes a couple
Just
hours.
have myself time.
Going down to Daggerford. I have myself. No wait, Daggerford, Nightstone.
The Nightstone, yeah.
Yeah.
that
So yeah,
place.
you return to Nightstone. You see that in the time you were gone, they moved all of the rocks to how Vera asked them to be. There's wood over the top of them, which I haven't added yet.
Very cool.
Yep.
Oh, I like it. It's nice. They just beefed up our defenses.
Oh yeah.
Good job, team.
And I go and I actually speak to Vara for a moment.
Yes. Yes.
So, you were saying about how you wanted to find the cleric.
Yes.
And just so happens that I'm also interested in finding one.
What?
I am also interested in finding that cleric you need as well.
Ah. And?
Did
And
Harmonil hit his head?
and what?
Well, I don't know.
I-
He's talking real slow.
And,
I need to find.
I'm just
cleric.
fucking tired.
he,
I know.
he was being rude to me.
No, I'm just so tired. So.
No, so, and as in, what of it?
Yeah.
Do you have any leads? Do you have a plan? Do you have...
No, I do not. I
proposition?
mean, you probably find one in Baldur's Gate or in Waterdeep, but
Is
I
Alaric
wouldn't
able
go
to do
there
this?
like this without going incognito or whatever.
Yeah, is Alaric in this conversation?
I mean, he can be. Where is he? You can just
Uh,
butt in. You can always butt in, Alaric.
Well, I
Alaric.
just wanted to make sure I'm not butting in to something.
You're not in the Stasi, aren't you?
Wow.
I
But
mean, if he asks, you have to tell the truth.
Here's the thing: I may know a cleric, but I do not know where he currently resides.
and
So where would he be?
He was a bit of an adoptive father to me.
And where did you last see him?
Last I heard, I knew that he had come up to the Sword Coast from Tethir, but I do not know where he currently resides.
The Sword Coast is a lot.
Deftia is quite far away.
Trying to remember what. Oh, yeah. I was trying to remember what the fuck his name was. I named him. It was
Adolf
it was
Tripla.
the
I
man
don't
who taught me the faith of Ilmater. His name was Tesric. He must be close to 100 by now.
Was he human or an elf? Or half elf or something? Because if he's 100 years old, he's a human.
He was mostly human, but he did have some.
Vera's going to give Harmonel some serious side eye at that question.
No, but I mean, if he's like a human and 100 years old, I mean, he could leave us at any moment. So
Yeah,
He
sure.
could leave us at any moment.
yeah,
That's
he would.
why you asked.
Rest in peace, Elizabeth. Yeah, he actually died yesterday at 96 years old.
Yeah, F.
That's funny
Well,
as hell.
He did come up here to wed me to my wife about 16 years ago, and I know he has spent some time traveling throughout the Sword Coast.
Do you know where?
I know he spent some time in Waterdeep as well as Baldur's Gate recently.
Guess you go to
But
Waterdeep.
ever since the assault on Daggerford, I mean on Nightstone, I have not heard from him since my home was destroyed and I left it.
How long ago was the last time you had?
When was when was the goblin attack? Like a couple months ago, right?
No, it'd be a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah, it was a couple of years ago.
Wait, so like did they just have Nightstone was full of goblins for like 2 years.
Yeah, they just abandoned it.
No,
Mm.
but and again, it wasn't necessarily destroyed by goblins.
No, I mean, I thought that was canonical, is that the goblins moved in, it was destroyed by something else.
Yes,
Like, because the goblins didn't bring siege weapons.
correct. Yeah.
Well, basically,
I'm also. So, first of all, Alaric?
yes.
When was the last time you saw this man, and where was it that you saw him?
A couple years ago in Waterdeep.
Okay. And on a different note, you were here when this town was attacked. What attacked this town?
What attacked this town? Because I thought it was goblins this whole time. Not gonna lie.
Giants.
Giants. Yeah, it was giants.
Alaric, you don't sound
Little
convinced.
tiny green giants. No, but yeah, it was giants.
Jolly green giants.
Yep.
Do you know where they came from, or where they go? Do you know where they came from?
All I know, the only thing I know was that me, Galen Stark, and a few others got as many out as we could.
But you didn't see from which direction the giants came. You don't know why they came, and you don't know if they'll come again.
I do have really high perception, so would I have
can,
seen
yeah, you can roll history with advantage.
history?
Do not
What do I
want
like on
him
that?
coming.
I got nothing on history because I'm not smart enough.
No, you're not.
Oh,
You got advantage because you're an old man.
It's true.
got a 17.
All right. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah. So they came from the Sword Mountains, which is
The fuck?
yeah.
That's very random. They passed
That's very far.
and also like passed by two other larger places and then crossed a big river. That's like odd.
It is odd. It took Nightstone and the surrounding areas quite by surprise.
Like, how didn't anyone in Waterdeep or whatever see them?
Well, they travel in single file to hide their numbers.
I mean, there's also a lot of country there, dude. Like
It is a lot of country, and also, migrating giants aren't entirely uncommon. But they tend to, stick to themselves and just go between mountains. But not in this case.
Okay.
It was quite odd at the time that they were so organized.
Well, hold on. Well, no, it's not odd because giants are very smart. They're just as smart as humans, and they're just as organized as humans.
Well,
They just lean towards more like nomadic lifestyles, even though and very small individual kingdoms that often like war with each other.
I fucking giant.
Alright.
I fucked a giant too.
Yeah. It was
So,
a
and what can we do? Go talk to the giants?
I think if we want to be secure in knowing that the settlement has been reestablished and its people have been freed, we do have to do more to ensure that outside threats like that never arise again.
Mhm.
I think Vara.
Hey, if you said something was just as smart and organized as a dog, it's like, well, that it tells you something. It doesn't mean that dogs are smart and organized. It establishes a comparison with a known factor. That's the only purpose of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
at some point, not today, but at some point, I would like to revisit this giants attacking Nightstone question and problem because your answer, Alaric, while filling in some gaps, is not entirely satisfactory.
Well, would
If-
it not be prudent then to be sending out more scouts so we have advance notice? We were taken, from what I hear of this most recent assault, you were taken quite by surprise.
We were taken quite by surprise, but we were able to hold our own because the assault did not include giants, to put not too fine a point on it. And if scouts see giants, that's not going to allow us to save ourselves from giants. It's only going to mean that we know of our deaths before they happen.
Well,
I mean,
it's not quite that unprecedented to kill a giant.
you're more than welcome to plead with the Duchess to leave a permanent contingent of scouts that's double what we have now and have them on constant patrols. But I personally don't believe in waiting and watching for the enemy. I'd rather find out why the enemy came in the first place and then go into their homes in the night and slit their throats.
Whoa.
You know, I'm beginning to question these dreams of mine that said that you were on a holy quest.
Alaric, did you not just say that giants came here and attacked this innocent town and killed however many people before leaving without giving you a reason why? And somehow I'm not holy because I want to kill them in their beds while they sleep and prevent them killing more people. I think you need to update your morality Rolodex.
I'll remember. Rolodex.
Now, my question, Lady Ilsanane, is what is a Rolodex? I'm not familiar with the term.
It's a thing from the Third Age in the 1980th year.
Of our
Third
Lord.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Do you not wish to pursue this cleric lead that Harmonil was referring to? I mean, look at his brother. The man is suffering.
the man is clearly suffering. But I don't.
Aeon behind a carved wooden mask says, "Look at me, I'm fine. I'm fine."
I love that. I'm gonna look back at Harmonel and say, Harmonel, did you have a? And then I'm gonna not do air quotes, but might as well say, do you have a lead? It seemed to me that you only had a notion that we should find a cleric.
I mean, I know that we can find some in Waterdeep or Baldur's Gate, but we'll have trouble going there because of other things.
How far is Baldur's Gate?
I mean, Baldur's Gate is also part of the Lost Alliance, so what is in Waterdeep also applies there.
What are these other things you referred to?
Yeah,
what?
why can't we go to
Yeah, what is the problem with going to?
Harmonel, you didn't answer my question. I asked how far Baldur's Gate is.
Akar, how far is Baldur's Gate from here?
On foot? A
Because
month?
the world map. A month?
Mm-hmm.
Just distance.
Oh.
Just open up the world map.
500 miles.
Damn.
I mean,
And I would walk
Look,
500
so you guys
miles.
are
Oh yeah.
you guys are up here. Baldur's Gate.
How do you? Well, you don't go on foot though, right? You have to go by boat.
You would usually, yes. It's faster.
Take a boat from Daggerfad.
Yep. And that would take about a week.
That'll take a week. And we need to. We don't know whether there's a cleric there, and if there is a cleric, we don't know what the cleric might require of us in order to come do these things that we need done. And if the
Well, you'd
cleric,
at least need to pay for the material costs, which you know to be had to cost at least 1,000 gold.
Does the regeneration need any material components?
Mm-hmm.
wait, 1,000 gold for Vaheon or for Varys?
Yes, each.
No, I see regeneration doesn't have any material components, so...
Well,
Okay. So
Prayer, will, and holy water. Okay, holy water is like 100 GP or something like that, I think.
Do we not think that we could possibly raise some funds to help rebuild Nightstone and pay these clerics by doing work in Daggerford? Surely.
Greater restoration requires diamond dust worth at least 100 gold pieces.
Okay, so 100 GP. Okay, 100. Yeah. Why 1,000 kilo?
What he said 1,000.
He said
Two-
That's
100.
that's resurrection.
Yeah, I got it mixed up.
Wait,
Yeah.
no, 100 for Vaheon
Yeah.
and 1,000 for the other.
Yes, at least for the material components. You can't know if they'll charge extra, but that's
Okay.
that's the minimum.
Can't we like put a sign like cleric wanted or something like that, and see what's
Look,
left?
I have friends in many cities related to my faith. I'm sure that we could find somebody who, at bare minimum, would be willing to help us to an extent.
What friends and where? Alric.
Well, I was raised to be a cleric in the Church of Ilmater.
But you failed out, or what? Did you party?
Oh,
He
well,
dropped. He dropped
Tesseric-
out because he
Tesseric,
wanted to study
the
liberal.
elderly man I was telling you about, he raised me after my parents were killed. And after a time, I did rebel and begin a life in the forest of Tathir. I never fell out of the same philosophy and mindset of defending those and easing suffering. I just had a different way of going about it. But I've never lost my faith, and I like hold up like I do have like the holy symbol on my shield,
Nice.
and I do have like the necklace too.
Cute.
Vera's gonna try to control herself, but there is gonna be a little bit of an eye roll.
just a little twitch.
Yeah, mainly because like I just had a little bit of an eye roll, and I was like, oh damn.
Yep.
So you know a man who's a cleric. You don't know
Okay.
where he is.
If I so much as bring up my association with Tesseric, and I have proof of it via this necklace, I'm sure that most any member of my church would be willing to help us.
So we need to find any cleric of Ilmater then.
Who is powerful enough to cast resurrection spells and shit like that. So
And then when they hear of your plight of the city and your good deeds here in saving these people, I have no doubt they would be very willing to help us. They're bound to do so.
oh, there's Lisa.
Can you find your mom?
Is he playing with the bib?
Give me a $5.
Yeah, the baby's having a tantrum.
Baby's having a tantrum.
I'm having a tantrum.
So
Say hi. Say hello. Hello.
Aw, cute.
Dzień dobrze, witam to kurwa, tak, tak?
Okay. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Hello, bilingual baby.
Dick Kyle.
Cute.
Okay, Lizzie, say bye. Say cheers.
Bye.
Say bye. Cheers.
What's your favorite Austrian painter?
She's too tired to say anything. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Cute.
So we can just find any. You can't just find. You don't need any random scrub who can cast create holy waters or whatever or cure minor wounds. So
You don't need it's greater restoration.
yeah, that's the point. Yeah, I mean, finding someone who can cure light wounds is easy enough, but finding someone like that.
Yep. I mean, Varys could have cast cure wounds, but
Yeah, but he
But
can.
he
cannot
died,
do better
he died
restoration.
right when he was gonna level up. Cause fuck me.
mm-hmm.
Well, actually, I don't think there's anything he could do for
No.
how fucked up he is now.
No.
Yeah, really. I don't think anyone could have anticipated him getting that fucked up.
I mean, somebody could have.
don't think anybody anticipated him rolling that bad on the Demonomicon.
Yeah, that's true.
Fair enough. So
So while Vera is gone,
I'm gonna go pee.
let's rape her.
so while Vera is
That'd be gross.
gone,
I'm gonna go pee.
he realizes the error of his ways and stabs her. She
Okay.
is not holy.
So
So speak to me.
and this
Tell me more about
this guy, your adoptive father, the equivalent of Maglov or Elrond. How good of a cleric was he?
He was very powerful. When the
Interesting.
demons attacked the town I was raised in, we lived in a small commune where everyone worshipped Ilmater. He was the one that fought off the demons and saved those of us that he could.
Interesting. And do you have any means of communicating with him via magical or non-magical means?
Well, before my home was destroyed, we used to communicate regularly.
Via?
He actually came up here to Nightstone to wed myself and my wife after I returned to civilization.
Hmm.
See, after I left my studies, I spent a lot of time in the forest of Tethir, and well,
Tethi is even further away than Baldur's Gate.
What was that?
Tethi is even further away than Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, well, that's where myself and Tessric were from. We lived on the outskirts of the forest, and eventually I left, and I spent a lot of time in the forest. A lot of things happened in those couple decades.
I'm back, baby.
Yeah.
But eventually, as all men do, I came back for a woman.
Fag.
And Tessric was the one that reconnected me with my faith.
Yeah.
Is it worth having a recap, or is he just like telling me his born again story?
No way. We just raped you and you died.
Oh,
Don't be gross.
Jesus.
Nah.
Tessric
he goes with his life story of whatever that cleric was that in Tethi and whatever he got married and whatever.
okay. And so
Engaged in the conversation. I love that about you.
So are we any closer to knowing where? What is his name? Tesseric?
Tesseric.
So you're
R-I-C-K.
You're Ulrich and he's Tesseric.
Hey, by the way, I forgot something. Since I spent like more than 1 minute interacting with Remai, can I use know your enemy on him and tell you can tell me how many hit points he has?
No, it's not here.
No, but I did that already before that when we were talking after the demon.
I'll allow it, McCoy. I'm like the king, okay, man? Alaric.
Yes, Aka.
I don't know. I'll think about it. I'm looking it up.
I'm the king of the Visigoths.
I mean, I am allowed to do that by definition because it was outside of combat.
I am going to look it up. I don't know the rules, so give me a second.
You noob. Bad DM.
Bad DM. So tell me more of these companions of yours. Would Alaric have seen like their graves?
No, you've not been. We
yes, he has more hit points than you.
What?
He's a fucking.
Oh, you're answering a different question. I was like, no, we didn't let the old man up into the keep. We don't know him. No,
you're not a fan of Alaric the religious nut.
I don't think you would have seen them because they're up in the keep, and you haven't had a reason to go up there. And
what is he asking about?
He asked if he had seen the graves, but I don't think so.
No.
But I mean, you can definitely ask about them because you know we did talk about reviving people. So
these companions of yours, tell me about them.
There's a man and an orc.
Well,
and
surely
both of them better than Harmonil or I.
So, what are our options now for that cleric TM?
Cleric TM.
Well, I'm Alaric the cleric.
Alaric, but you're not. But you can't revive.
By the way, did we get a rest? Did we rest at all throughout this?
Nope.
Mm.
Mm.
You dog tired?
Well, we should consider that considering we all don't have spell slots and etc.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely need to have a rest before we go do anything else. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's still the middle of the day, right? It's like middle of the
It's
day,
4 p.m.
4 p.m. Yeah, you can have rest at the end of the day, you old man.
Make it a little bit longer, I think.
Well, you see, we don't. My knees are not exactly what they
It's,
used to
it's
be.
4 p.m. In an hour, there's an earlier word special at the Lock Farm, and then you can go take your.
You know, he's like not even that old. He's like 50 something. He's
Just
literally
over-
like a third of your age.
Oh, yeah,
That's
also-
pretty old, though.
That's what's really funny is that you're like 50 and I'm calling you an old man and I'm like 180 or something.
Yeah, but you got to think about it in elf years, you know?
Yeah.
He like literally
Morning
just
breath like
lifts
shot the life of a man.
he lifts his leg and you just hear like it go.
Wait, you lift your leg?
He lifts his leg and you just
Oh.
hear his knee like crackle.
I'm like,
Snap,
ugh.
crackle, pop.
It's like
More.
crack cocaine. Yeah.
Try living a few decades in the forest and without modern medical care, and you'll see.
Try living
Yeah,
a few decades in the forest. Alric, I've lived 140 years in the forest.
Yeah, but that's elf years.
Yeah,
so
but
it's like 1 to 7.
140 years for you. Well, I may
No, I
have
think,
an
no, I
elf
think
blood.
Barra lived 140
Idea
human
still
years in the
stands.
forest.
Okay, I just wanted to make him feel like a baby for bitching about a couple decades.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I do not quite age at the same rate as you, Lady Ulcinate.
No, you do not.
Yeah.
Nor you, Lord Finderwell.
Not a lord.
He's not a lord. He's a sir.
Yeah, but Alaric still calls him it out of respect.
Wow. Wow.
And disrespect to Vera.
What a
Yeah.
sin.
Oh, okay. So what's the plan
Well,
now?
also he knows he's a lord in Evermeet, so you know he's just.
That's true. That's true. He is a lord, and technically.
Prince, the
Well,
prince.
is he though? Is he though? As long as he doesn't have that crown, he's an outcast.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true. No,
A dispossessed prince, to be precise.
But even that, you're an exiled prince. An exiled prince. I mean, there's something sexy about that, but you definitely don't have powers.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're not really a prince.
And we will be back.
You know, like an exiled prince is like below an actual, landed lady.
And I mean, we'll be back. Yeah, it's kind of cool, but it doesn't make you,
Yeah.
at all impressive. And
Yeah,
doesn't-
yeah. I mean, that's what I said.
The others
that
by
the
their,
English
by
does
their
not
rightful
not
title,
have power or whatever. So
if not by their de facto title. I refer to them by that.
You gotta
to which
refer them by the title they want.
they are morally entitled to.
yeah, whatever. Okay, so now what do we do regarding the cleric situation?
I like that you think that essentially the Elven KKK is entitled to any type of respect.
What? We're not the Elven KKK. Come on.
Well, Evermeet is just I mean, like Alaric. Has he? Can I say he's heard of Evermeet? He has a basic idea of Evermeet. I mean, he doesn't necessarily, know about, to what extent of Harmondale's racism yet. But
That's true.
to him, Evermeet is just like a magical elvish kingdom.
Mm.
That's kind of baller, He doesn't.
Mm.
He doesn't know about any sort of racial superiority.
Yeah, to Harmondale, it's a magical elvish kingdom.
Alleged racial superiority.
Yeah. So
Yes.
so back on our topic regarding that cleric.
Yes.
How are we proceeding?
Well, the way I
Do we
see
sail?
it,
Do we go to Daggerford and from there sail to Baldur's Gate, or do we try to go to fucking Waterdeep again?
so I'm going to kind of look at you guys rather inquisitively, because obviously I know something's up, because I'm like, well, we could try pursuing the leads in Waterdeep, which you guys seem not quite interested in for some reason. We may also. I have heard about the death of Luke Sunbright. Rather unfortunate. It is.
Very
It is.
sad.
It is
The death
very
of whom?
sad that we cannot ask him.
The cleric that died in Daggerford.
I guess who would have known that the god of the radical oppression is evil?
With all the terrorism and the strange things going on in Waterdeep, perhaps it's understandable that you do not wish to risk going there. We can, unfortunately, Daggerford with Luke Sunbright's death. We cannot go to him. He was a very good man. I met him on a few occasions. And it seems like our best option would be to sail to Baldur's Gate.
It's interesting.
Yeah. And
Do we have the material components to pay for these requests?
I mean, we have the money.
The money.
Okay.
Money.
Did we ever go through the dragging of the body out of the river thing?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. Because I'd like to do that then.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
What is this about a body in the river?
There was some orc who attacked us and got killed.
It is a whole big mess. Don't worry about it.
It's just some
it's a
orc
thing.
attacked
It's a thing.
Lady Vara, attacked
Is
Lady Vara,
that
and
the
got
body in the
killed.
river?
Yes.
Like, how deep is the Ardip River?
Well, it depends on the sections of it.
Well, you guys are very lucky that it was an orc and not anyone else, because they would have been swept all the way down.
Yeah.
We are aware of this. They are rocks.
So
Yeah.
if you want Harmono, you can go over to the edge of the water and try and estimate the depth with perception.
Roll 1d20 plus what of perception. Oh,
Oh, I'm not dead.
I mean, it'll be deep
Been
there.
chilling down here breathing.
Ah, god damn it. This...
Car, could you zoom out so I can see the whole waterway around the thing?
I got a 7.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, you have a hard time gauging the depths, but you know it's at least 5 meters deep.
What?
Yeah.
That's
Can I?
Holy diver.
Is it a perception?
August 15 feet. That's fine. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Would I
At
be
least.
allowed to also roll perception on this?
Yes, babes.
Holy diver.
Wow. Somehow, only a 12.
Yeah, you you guess that it's at least 8 meters deep.
I literally couldn't
Of course,
roll.
he's going to see it as just as deeper and deeper. How deep is this?
It's a good question. Nobody's rolled high enough to see.
Fine, I'll go look at your freaking thing. But I tell you, man, this thing is too deep. This is man-made.
No. It's
What am I
not.
rolling?
It's not. It's not man-made. It's not man-made.
It has to be. I'm sorry, but that's
It's not. It's not. It's not man-made.
$18.
Yeah, it's
Oh, wait,
10
hold
meters
up.
deep.
I might actually still have dark.
10 meters deep.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way they dug 10 meters down for that.
It's not. It's not dug.
That's why I asked you to zoom out, though, because zoom out. The water comes in from the top right. It is not going to go around the left side. It's going to go down the right side.
I
and then
understand that, but
under.
listen. Yes, that's how it would, but that's not how whoever designed this made it. So
Ugh.
yeah.
Whoever designed this doesn't understand how hydrology works.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, quick question.
Mm.
Would I still have my dark vision? Would dark vision help at all with like underwater or no?
Yeah, once you get deep down enough, I guess. Yeah. I don't know how long does your dark vision last.
Up to 5 hours because my wisdom modifier.
Well, then yeah, you have it for 1 more hour.
So can I just hop down there and start fishing out an orky corpse?
You're gonna fish like with a
Oh
rod?
shit, Narf!
What?
Narf posted an art.
Yeah, it's cool.
Where's that? I didn't see it. Oh, is this Harmy?
Yep.
Well, he's
Harmy?
hot. I'd fuck.
Or Vera.
Nah, it doesn't look like a fair ladrin.
Harmy. Alright.
So can I start like swimming down there with my good vision, trying to fish out what I can on this ugly, smelly old orc's body?
Alric, you want to just swim down there? I mean,
Yeah. You can swim down there.
I'm a very capable swimmer.
Wait. Old human man. Just wait a second. Vera's gonna, out of her pack, pull out her rope and give one end to Alric to like loop around his chest and knot off,
Around his
um,
neck.
like under your arms, and then
Give me another rope to wrap around the orc's body, and then we could pull him up.
yeah, I could split my. Harmonal, do you have a rope?
I think I have a rope.
I think Alaric has a rope.
I
Well,
have 50 feet
I
of them.
have 50 feet of rope, so
Well,
here.
then,
and I
Alric,
have 50
stop
feet of them.
asking me for rope. So Alric, you take your rope down, you tie it off, and then come back up, and Harmonal and I will hold on to this rope that's attached to you. If you need us to, you just tug on it, and then we will pull you out in no time.
Tug on what?
Not a problem.
Excellent. Let's do it.
So should I like roll anything for swimming down there, or is it just like, yeah, you can fucking swim?
Alright, roll athletic.
Oof. The guy, he has no strength.
Maybe should I maybe do it? Maybe go and swim.
I'll
That's-
do it. I'll fail, but fuck it.
Plus, elves are lighter than humans, so it would be easier to get out.
Haha, he does it.
Oh shit.
No,
These
nice.
old bones
Easy,
are so
easy.
good for
Let,
something.
let's have clean language for a moment, if it's okay.
Yeah. So you let's see.
Clean.
Okay, so yeah, you can you're able to hold your breath for 2 minutes.
That's actually fine.
That's the rule. It's 1 minute plus your Constitution modifier.
Yeah.
I can actually hold my breath for about 2 minutes, so it's not that crazy.
Yeah, I mean, but it should suffice.
Yes, it should
Tried to do
suffice.
that for a while.
What?
Okay.
But yeah, so you dive down, and you feel the current pulling on you, but with your strength and
Dad
And-
strength, let's go.
and stamina, you you dive down, and with your dark vision, you're able to see the partially decayed body of an orc.
Dude, it's been like 2 days.
Yeah.
Partially decayed. It's not okay.
He's
whatever.
underwater.
It's bloated, and yeah, it's been eaten at a little bit. So
Have you ever heard of like bodies underwater? That stuff that'll go fast.
I don't know. It's cold and it's cold water though. It's
active
got
current, active current though, you know. But yeah,
Yeah.
so bloating, and it's been a little bit, few nibbles on it. But other than that, you know,
I think we should resurrect Derek more than these guys.
yeah. So you attach the rope to the body. Give me a dexterity roll for the knotting.
For the nodding. Well, I'm good at that, thankfully. That's +3.
Ooh.
That's just my dex modifier, right?
Yep. Well, no, sleight of hand.
Oh, sleight of
But
hand. What
same
is
thing
that?
for you.
Is it
Uh-huh.
Keel. Wow.
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 Yeah, so you
I do good at the thing I'm bad at.
You do your best job, and you yank on the rope to pull the skeleton up, and you start swimming back up as well, I assume, right?
Yep.
Okay, about halfway
No,
up,
it's not.
the body slips out of the rope, and
That's not good.
what?
That's not good.
No, that's not good. So you can try again, but you're running out of air. You got about a minute left.
And you die.
How much air do I have?
Got a minute left.
You can do
I'll
it.
try it one more time, then immediately come up.
All right, let's get it. Let's get it again, boyo. All right, nice. Yeah. So you tied around his ankle this time, and this time you get a good strong knot, and you pull on the rope, and they start pulling it up, and you swim up, and you break the service, and you got a little time to spare, you know. And yeah, they get the body up onto the bridge, and you climb up around back onto the drawbridge as well.
Knees creaking with every step.
Mm-hmm.
The water's good for the
Water,
joints.
there's water leaking out of your knees somehow. You know.
Wait, it's also leaking from his hands, as if he's Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah.
I think that Harmonil, I think Euros has figured out a lot of my inspirations behind old Alaric.
Cuddly.
I just posted in notes. That's what Zercat on him.
Oh, okay.
Very nice.
Thanks.
Very nice.
That's quite a lot of money.
Monet. That was mostly from the assassin.
Before
it's not. Maybe. It needs to be like a little bit wider, I think. Otherwise, it's gonna look kind of cut off. Like the ears. You need to be able to see all the ears, I think, and the edge of the hair. The brightness is fine. It's just if you put it into a token right now, you'll either have to zoom in really close on the face, or you'll have to have the portrait kind of seeming sort of cut off a bit.
I mean, there's still these sketch marks on the pictures, right?
That's all his scars from all the dicks he took to the face. Oh, I'm sorry, language.
I love the sketch marks on the face.
Wow.
Yeah, that's super
What a
good.
crazy picture, what?
Wow, how'd you do that? Yeah, that's really good, Marv.
Wow.
So,
Fantastic.
have we carried this?
Yeah,
fat?
you got the body up onto the.
So before there's like a feeding frenzy to strip him of all his goods,
Mhm.
going to like bring over like a push cart, and tell Harmon and Alaric to load his body into it.
Okay.
Okay, where did you get the push cart from?
It's from one of the farms.
No, I'm just kidding. You can get one from the to the mortuary.
Okay. Oh yeah, there's
So
more.
this
Yeah.
is the
Yeah,
orc
and
that
the
Galen
Prentons come over and they ask if you'll need any help with the body.
That's fine.
Mr. Prenton, do you have somewhere where you can keep bodies cold so that they won't or halt decomposition to the best of your abilities?
Well, we did, but since the attack, all the ice has melted, and we haven't had time to get more yet.
Do you have any other ways to prevent the body's decay?
Well, you could salt it,
Salt.
smoke it.
salted orc.
You could salt it. You could smoke it. You could
make some orc rinds, maybe.
Yeah. we could the body's in a bit of a bad state for embalming, but
Just in a bad state. What would be?
What?
Tell you what. Let's bring the body into your into the mortuary and put it wherever you would need it to be, and then we can discuss this further inside.
All right.
Is this the orc that Galen was telling me about? He told me this one was a little bit of an animal.
Yes, this is the same orc.
The same orc. Wow.
I said
Truly massive.
Yes. He was not a bad companion, so long as he allowed himself to be controlled. Is not the word I wish to use, because Zarek never allowed himself to be controlled. But so long as he chose to be tractable. But in the end, he definitely did live up to his cognomen as an animal. And as an animal, he unfortunately had to be put down.
Ah, unfortunate.
Sad.
He could have been of some use. I mean, look how fucking big he is right now. Must have been huge when he wasn't.
He is quite the specimen. Orin agrees with you. That's the
yeah. So now there's not like randos around us, right? There's no like.
Correct.
Okay. So now that's just like us and the undertakers. I'm gonna ask how could you best preserve the body without distorting its features? Yeah, to the best possible.
I see what Vara wants to do. That's very interesting.
Yeah, he seems confused for a second, and he goes, well, oh, there you go, Narf. That's perfect.
And
Well,
that the
you
color's a
could.
bit off.
The head
I
could be
mean,
placed in embalming fluid. In a jar.
Well, surely this one is so large that he could be identified just by looking at him. No, at his skeleton. No.
Perhaps, but there are certainly other orcs of a similar size.
Mr. Prenton, do you have much experience dealing with orcs? Living or dead?
Not much, but more than most as an undertaker.
As an expert in these things, you say that there are a number of markers on poor Zarek that would identify him as Zarek. Were he to be fully decomposed and to only have his skeletal remains remaining?
Well, one would have to. You'd have to examine the bones for markings on the bones. That would establish, a cause of death. You could examine the hips to determine the sex, although orc females are often also of a similar size as the men.
That has nothing to do with the hips, BT dubs, but
Well, it can. It's the pelvis.
yes. And if you were to, so what are the options then? To if you salt him with how much would that alter his physique?
Well, the skin would shrivel, but I mean, his bones wouldn't shrink.
Yes, tattoos and other markings would be preserved. Yes, just
they'd be shriveled, but yes.
Well, I think that probably makes most sense then, because we cannot have him slowly turning to mush and potentially creating a pestilence in our town. But this is a wanted man in Waterdeep, and I think that their authorities would like to know that he has met his end.
Yes, well, we are sadly quite short on the supplies necessary.
Wait, you don't have salt either? What do you have?
Sufficient salt now. We don't have any of our instruments. It was taken by the goblins. They drank all the embalming fluid.
They drank the embalming fluid?
Yes.
Wow. They are... Well, it is unfortunate that your stock has been depleted, but I must say it's entirely possible that them drinking your embalming fluid made it a bit easier for us to retake the town from them, because I can't imagine that they were doing well after that.
fair enough.
Okay. How long would it take you to get more supplies? Or is it possible to scrounge from the various households and from the keep enough to at least get the process started while you go to get more?
Well, we'd have to go to Daggerford.
Yes. And?
Well, who would be paying for the supplies, my lady?
I would pay for the supplies.
Well, then we could leave in tomorrow.
Yes. And how much salt would you need in order to get the process started so that he won't decompose further while you're getting more salt?
Well, it's really a sort of a thing you do all at once. Unless you wanted me to cut him up.
Is there a way to halt his decomposition, or at least drastically slow it while you're making the trip to Daggerford and back?
Well, if we had a freezer. Or formaldehyde.
Mr. Prenton, do you have a freezer or formaldehyde?
No.
Yes. Well, I'm asking you. I'm asking you what you can do
has been
now.
long gone, and it will take time to regenerate. We have a room set up for that purpose, but again, it takes time to layer the ice.
So now, today, is there
There's
anything?
nothing we can do at the time, at the exact moment.
Thank you.
We'd have
for
to go
that.
get supplies.
Okay. All right. Well, how much money do you need to get salt?
It's a good question. Let me check.
So let me check my catalog, see what
Let's
it costs.
check. Yep, let's check the catalog.
Previous order forms
Yep.
plus inflation.
They don't usually salt people.
Is there, Mr.
It
Prenton?
is 5 coppers a pound.
Mr. Prenton.
Would I
Yes.
know any other ways to preserve a body?
You can make a medicine check.
Well, the old man racks his brain. Mr. Prenton would. Wait, no. Galen is a smith. He's
No,
a
he's
smith.
the
got a
guard. He's the
17.
guard. The smith
I got a
is shepherd.
Do we have a butcher?
No.
Damn. For a moment, I thought Galen was a butcher, and I was like, butchers have salt. Oh, do we have a butcher? Damn. Okay. You said 5 coppers a pound?
Yes.
And how many pounds would you need?
5 pounds?
5 pounds. That sounds about right. I mean, it depends on how he's packaged, but if you package him well, you don't need that much.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So did Alric dredge up any information?
Yeah, did I have anything?
Oh,
I got
sorry. What did you?
17.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, aside from cold to stop decomposition, formaldehyde or embalming fluid, or something else to stop the decay, like smoking or salt, there's not really any other ways to preserve a body like that.
Alric, you lived in this town for some time, did you not?
Well, I live just outside of it, but yes.
Is there anywhere in Nightstone or its environs that is cool or cold comparatively?
Roll my history for that.
Yep.
I mean, the mortuary has a cellar though, right? Like an ice room.
Alaric racks his brain for a bit
Yeah,
and goes,
but it's it was got messed up. They've repaired it, but it takes time to get the yeah, you don't know of anywhere.
I mean, it doesn't have ice in it, but it is still a cold cellar, right? I mean, it's
I mean,
a cellar is generally cold.
yeah, I
and
mean
if
it's cooler than the
right.
surrounding areas, but it's not going to do enough. It's not cold enough to
Yes, it's not a freezer, but it will slow things down. Yeah, I mean,
not enough, but yes, it would a small bit more than just having it outside in the sun would, obviously.
let's just put it
there it is. There's the laugh. Shitfuck laugh. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That's that laugh right there.
so
We got him good. We got him red-handed.
Well then, let's
Move in to take him out.
Why don't we move? Nice. Why don't we move Zarek's gargantuan remains into your icebox, Mr. Prenton, and you can take my horse and whatever funds you may need to get the salt and to get some of the supplies that were lost as well. Because then he said he basically needs 25 copper, right, for the salt.
Yeah, 25 copper for the salt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he
Super
says probably 10 gold for the formaldehyde.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna give him like 30 gold.
Okay.
And tell him to, and now I'll give him like 25 gold, because that's still tremendously generous.
Oh yeah.
And I'll tell him to get what he needs, and that if he's able to do anything to slow the decomposition of Zarek, that would be greatly appreciated, because I know that Waterdeep will be very eager to see this criminal's face again, and to know that this criminal specifically has been taken care of.
Yes, certainly, milady. And he looks at his wife and he says, "Look after things for me, would you?" And then he says, "The scouts will show me your horse."
Yes, the scouts will show you to my horse.
Okay, so yeah, he goes out. Hold on. Yeah, I can. Gotta.
And he's got 25 gold from me then.
Yes.
He sped on his way. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Very nice.
Looks really moody and kind of 90s.
Oh yeah.
Looks like
Very
Trent
nice.
Reznor.
I was thinking it looked like Wednesday Adams.
Nice. It is Wednesday.
So that's that guy right there. That's the mortician. What's his name again?
Yeah, Oren Prenton.
He looks like a sexier Jason Segel.
Yeah, he's a very handsome guy.
Who is this Jason whatever?
Wow.
He's a serial rapist from the 90s.
God damn it.
You're a big fan of serial rapists. Not gonna lie.
Well, it's a good way to meet people.
Yeah.
You know,
I just want to be charmed.
get you out of the house. All
Well
right.
then, while Prenton is bumbling out to go to Daggerford to buy things, I guess, Harmonel, will you help me? Will you help me get Zarek's supplies and trundle them up to the keep?
Okay, I can do that.
Okay, so then we'll just I'll deal with it later, but we strip him and take his stuff up to the keep.
Hot.
Yeah, super hot.
Alaric lifts what he can, while slowly creaking with each step.
Normally I just take them, but I'm trying to be sensitive to the rules of the game. How many of the rations would still be good, if any?
Oof.
Underwater, probably not great.
Yeah,
I
probably.
mean, depending on what the rations were, if it was like and what they were in, I don't know. Like,
Hold on. Let me
I don't
read what the
understand.
description of the ration is. Dry food suitable for. It's hardtack, nuts, jerky, dried food. So I guess it would just. Yeah, probably not. Probably not good.
None of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then, as we're going up, I'll take the soggy bags of rations.
Yep.
And do any of the farmers have pigs?
No, not anymore.
Should I see if the kobolds want them?
I mean, you can ask.
You guys eat this kind of crap, right?
Yeah, you eat wet, old jerky.
You eat soggy meat and nuts, right? You're basically on
That's your whole
animals.
diet, right?
So
Basically
no
a
one
scavenger.
no one has animals?
Well, they were all killed off, and they just came back. so-
Well, you guys just killed off the animal.
yeah,
Eh.
but basically it'll be like a month or two before they're able to save up money from all this to get
Money.
animals back again. You know?
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Is anyone a fisherman?
Nope.
Okay. Well, then I guess we just pitch these because that's
Yeah.
sad. That's sad. I don't like to throw away food. It makes me sad.
Yeah, even soggy, rotten food that God knows what Zarek did to it.
If I could, Jesus, yeah. If I can find a use for it, I find a use for it. I mean, if their use is to
Put it up my ass.
Jesus
That's true. He could. That's where
Yeah.
you got the food from.
Okay. Cool. Well, then we'll take everything up to the keep, and I'll deal with that later. I'll add it to the keep's inventory, and maybe we can have a discussion, Harmonel and I, later about what happened to it. But for now, we'll just bring it up there and
Yeah.
talk in the room.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
By the way, the
Yeah.
Masons are hard at work here now.
Good for them.
Yep.
And what time is it now?
It's about 6 p.m.
About 6 p.m. Okay. So, Alaric, you seemed to be concerned earlier about your sleeping schedule. Do you want to turn in already, or is there something else you need to do for this day?
It's quite late for him.
Dude,
Hello.
yeah, I asked you a question.
Hey, Euros.
What?
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 I asked no, Greg. I asked your character a question.
Oh,
Is
sorry.
your character going to sleep?
Oh, okay. I honestly thought you said Harmonil. No,
Okay,
no. He's creaking, but he's creaking along.
creaking along. Okay.
Very nice.
I'm just deaf. I just completely misheard you.
You are daft.
Okay, you are an old man, so
What did you say?
Are you my grandson?
I like how we're in a magical world, and to you, you're like, oh yeah, 50s, mid 50s. It's old.
I mean, for a
I
human,
mean-
it is.
if for a human in the medieval world, yes, it is very old.
Magical. Uncle Nicky's like a fucking gazillion.
Yeah, but
Yes,
he's
but-
also like a fucking demonologist.
Yes, and that's where the magical part comes in. Your guy is just an old man.
He's a cleric, kind of.
Yeah, but he hasn't done the. You're not the. He hasn't done the sort of life extending dark magic that old Nicky has allegedly.
I thought clerics do like extend their life.
I think at a
They're
certain
only
level you
high
do.
level.
But you're not a cleric, though. You're like a cleric wannabe.
Yeah, he's like a level 2.
I
cleric,
have two levels in cleric.
Yeah, so you're not really a cleric.
I'm just a lying bastard.
Everybody knows that like you're not a cleric until level 3.
Yeah.
What? No, cleric actually gets their class, their subclass at level 1.
Oh, okay.
They're one of the only ones that do.
Okay.
I have
good
my
for you.
Twilight domain because I'm just a big fan of Twilight.
It's a great movie.
Okay.
Alright. So, 6 p.m. What are you guys gonna do now?
I mean, we aren't going to get the supplies right now, are we? Or are we going there tomorrow morning? What's the plan?
Well, I say we rest for the night. Then we hang out for a few hours, then go to bed, and then early in the morning we make our way to Daggerford. Unless Lady Ilsanayan has a better idea.
Wait, why are we going to Daggerford in the morning?
I thought we wanted to go to Daggerford.
For
Weren't you saying something before about going to Daggerford?
for
I'm trying to remember. Did he not say anything about going to Daggerford?
I think somebody
I
mentioned
might
you Daggerford to Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. I thought that was the plan. Daggerford to Baldur's Gate.
okay.
Hmm.
I mean, I know why you want the body. When you want the body to go to Waterdeep and then show it and then sort out a few things with that. I mean, if I have understood you correctly, that's what you want to preserve the animal's body or whatever.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I thought you wanted to go to Daggerford so you can get supplies or something.
I don't think so.
He sent Orin to do that.
Yeah. So I
Okay,
said, yeah. Preston.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought it was Prenton.
It is
That
Prenton.
was Prenton. Orange Prenton. Yeah.
Orin Prenton.
Orange Preston.
Sounds like a kind of cookie. Yeah.
Well, while you guys decide what you want to do, I'm going to go to the tavern and meet up with some of the people.
Very good.
Right.
And I think when we do go to
There's no tavern. The taverns are closed.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna go back to just helping people in the town. Being a goody two shoes, being like Ilmater, bless you. The whole.
Yeah. Blah blah blah.
All right.
Alric, while you're out amongst the people, if you wouldn't mind inquiring as to, or perhaps just using your own powers of deduction, to see what the different families might need. I mean, I sent Orin with far more money than he had asked for, so that he could get his mortuary back on its feet, and I would like to do the same for the other families as well. So see if they need a gold or two for a pig or a cow or whatever. I don't wish to make them dependent on the keep, but
just to get them back on their feet.
Yes.
It will be done, my lady.
Socialism!
Yes. So
It will be done.
thank you. Okay.
My lady.
So scamper. Alric's gone. Then no.
All right. So yeah, so you can roll. Yeah, he is gone. You can roll
Good.
perception to observe and see what's going on, see who needs what. Ask around.
We have 50 pounds.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Why
Not
is it? I'm so bad at rolling perception despite having a plus fucking 10. How is that even possible? So Alaric walks outside and he's trying to observe, and then instantly, as he's just looking around, he
Ow.
fucking pops out his knee and like sits on the ground and completely
Now,
forgets about what he was
in
trying
this
to do.
case, you're not able to notice anything, so you just go up to people and ask them. And the stone words tell you that they used to have a couple cows, but the goblins or the giants killed them.
What was that family name?
Stoneward.
Stone words.
Not C word.
Correct.
Who else?
Well, they said they needed cows, and then the shepherd says that he has no raw supplies anymore.
Okay.
Like no iron, no hammer or anything.
All right. Who else?
Well, obviously the Prentons are dealt with. The Bellweilers seem to be fine, and the Locks just need fertilizer.
What about the kobolds? Can I go to them?
Mm-hmm. Let me finish writing this down.
You'll put it all on right at the end.
What?
You'll put it all in notes right at the end.
I can.
Yeah, I'm typing notes right now.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Let me flip to my kobold notes. Okay. Yeah.
Hello, how are you doing? I speak kobold to them, which is just me going. Greeting.
Okay, so they're all inside, but
Hello, my little draconic friends.
yeah, so they've made themselves quite at home since arriving, and you go into you enter the building, and you see it's been divided into like two areas with the larger the rooms being the one that you enter, and it serves as the sort of the main area where
Can I roll perception on their religious affiliation?
You see if there's like any accoutrement around the walls.
Yeah, if they have any sort of religious icons.
Okay.
Iconography. 19.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of like carved dragons and stuff on the wall that seem to be in symbolically significant positions. But there's also there's a long wooden table against one wall, and there's various like bowls and pots on the table, and each one has got a different type of like kobold food in it. Mushrooms, bugs, lizards, and small local fauna.
So I'm gonna ask them how they're enjoying their new lives in Nightstone.
Well, hold on. And there's also a bunch of like knickknacks and objects on the walls. There's turtle shell shields, bird-boned wind chimes, handmade stone jewelry and tools, all over the walls. And you ask, there's a few of them. There's like Clerg and one or two others are sitting in the main room at a table playing some kind of game.
So I'm gonna like sit down beside them and just kind of watch and try learning how the game has worked while talking to them.
Okay, make a insight.
You're like, no more fucking perceptions for you.
Well, this is insight, you know. Things take different things. You got a 7 still. Don't be upset.
God damn it.
Damn. Yeah, you can't seem to pick up the rules. It involves various pebbles and some sort of they're tossing them at each other, and sometimes they catch them. Sometimes they won't catch them. Sometimes they try to catch them but don't catch them. But sometimes they don't try to catch them.
And then they do catch them.
And then they do. Yeah. So it's very it's a very puzzling game, and it's clearly a very complex game. You know, if you can't understand it.
So I'm gonna just inquire while watching them and making it clear that I am taking interest in their culture.
Very nice.
You know, I'm like, so how are you guys liking? How are you enjoying your new homes in Daggerford?
Very good. Very.
Nightstone.
The roof is very open out here.
Are you the first
Very
of your
bright.
people to take up living with other people?
What?
Are you the first of your people to leave your homes permanently?
Ah, who's to say?
Yeah.
Kobolds live everywhere. Some in forests,
Yeah.
some in mountains. We live here now. Not forever. Not forever. Go back someday. See the great dragon. Anrak-a-rak! Again.
The way you have them talking makes me feel like they're Chinese.
A little bit Chinese.
God, Jesus.
Kobo
I've heard.
Kobo River. Kobo Forest.
Basically, I'm gonna reply to him like I've heard many great things about your contributions to helping rebuild the Nightstone.
Yes, Kobold help. Anrak-a-rak has opened diplomatic relations with many nations.
So are these the kobolds that wanted to stay permanently, or is this?
Yeah, so half of them are, and then the other half are the people that were going to stay anyways, part of the embassy, and then Klurg, you know. But no, none of the ones that are talking to you are the ones that wanted to stay permanently. They're in the other room, presumably.
I was gonna try to. Not gonna lie, I was gonna try to convert them.
Wow. Hey man, you could still try and convert Klurg, but they're pretty
Cleric.
big on that dragon.
So you could see he could tell Cleric clearly likes this great dragon a bit much.
Oh
He's
yeah.
not gonna. So he's gonna start asking basically about a little bit more about this great dragon of his, taking an interest in their people.
Anrak-a-rak is huge. He towers over even the largest kobold. He fills out his throne room and sits upon a mound of treasure. But he is benevolent, and he shares his wealth with the people, provided we share ours with him. Anrak-a-rak, the great dragon, is very generous.
Well, surely, just being large does not give one greater value. Because you're like, oh, he's so big. I'm like, well, you know, you kobolds are worth quite a bit being as small as
Clerk
you
just
are.
kind of like cocks his head at you like a confused dog, and he says, I do not understand. He is a great dragon.
And you are great kobolds.
What the fuck? God damn it.
Have any less value simply for being kobolds rather than dragon?
It's like one of the first times I've heard someone.
Dragons are the greats. The greatest things. All kobolds aspire to be dragons. We are long ago descendant of dragons, but we fell out of favor.
So you wish to become dragon?
Legend says we will eventually all become dragons again.
Yeah,
well,
whatever.
let me tell
come
you
on.
about a lord named Ilmater.
Is he a
God damn
dragon? How large is he? Tell me about his treasure.
Well-
His treasure room. How wealthy is he, this Ilmater dragon? The dragon Ilmater.
His power comes in giving us the strength to push through great odds.
He must be a powerful sorcerer.
He is indeed a god.
How large is his wingspan?
It is impossible for me to say.
The great
I'm gonna, like,
Anrak sweeps aside us with his tail.
And this Anrak, is he friendly to all people of Faerun?
Anrak wishes the greatest treasure of all, friendship.
Yeah, god damn it. I'm pretty sure that the dragon's going to burn knights into the ground eventually.
Well, I am sure, and I'm gonna give him like a warm smile. I'm like, I'm sure that our lords, both Anrak and Ilmater, will form a great alliance here in this city and helping our people in their shared goal of restoring this city, this keep.
Tell me, do Ilmater's scales glint in the torchlight?
They do indeed, Fred. They do indeed.
And his wingspan. Tell me of his wingspan. And his teeth.
Our Lord Ilmater is the largest of all dragons. Metaphorically. Like I'm gonna whisper it. He's a great and powerful lord, and he gives his blessing to all who
What color
worship
are
him
his
and have purity in their
scales?
hearts. His scales are numerous.
Oh my
They're
god.
immeasurable.
Jesus.
And I'm gonna show him like the bound hands I have,
Yeah.
and I'll be like, "This is the symbol of our Lord."
He has the claws of a human. That
Yes,
man, that's no dragon.
but the heart of a dragon.
Where? Where does he have?
This is the symbol of our Lord. It is simply a symbol.
But he is not a man, he is a dragon. The great dragon, Ilmater. Destroyer of worlds! Does he devour the weak? And feast on
he
his prey?
saves them.
Does he assemble the
saves them.
treasures of kings and emperors and devour it?
Oh god. Come on.
His goal is to divide his treasure amongst his people.
Why?
So that they too may share in the blessing of Ilmater.
I like that, but confused pause. Wait,
Ah.
This Ilmater sounds like no dragon I've seen. The great Anrak must have his treasure. He is the richest dragon in all the realms.
What Alark is going to do is he's going to take 50 gold and he's going to put it on the table. And he's going to be like, there's much more where this came from.
Yes, in Anrak treasury.
Together, my friends, Ilmater and Anrak will bring us great treasure.
Yes, a tribute to Anrak.
The power to persevere through all difficulties that we face.
Through Anrak, all things are possible.
And I'm gonna give them like the 50 gold. I'll give them 50 gold. You know, I got a lot on me right now. I'm like, use this to help. What am I trying to say here? Use this to help.
Tribute to Anrak.
It's not tribute to Anrak. It is for you kobolds in Nightstone to contribute.
A jizya.
What?
Jizya.
Jizya? What does that mean?
It's the tax that Muslims made non-Muslims pay.
Oh yeah.
Allahu Akbar.
Yeah, so he's gonna give it to them and be like, this is for you to assist in rebuilding Nightstone and for your people to thrive in our shared space.
All hail friendship! All hail Anrak!
And Lord Ilmater, I'm gonna like add on to it like at the end.
Anrak! Ilmater, devourer of worlds!
Fucking great. I'm sure that Anrak and Ilmater will be great friends going forward as our people share this land.
Indeed, friend.
Because the greatest power and the thing that allows us to persevere when we are most challenged is indeed friendship. And I'm gonna like put my hand on his little dragon shoulder and be like, your contributions to this place will be invaluable, my friend.
But Alric is challenged pretty often.
How does he respond to that?
I mean, yeah, he agrees with you. Yeah, he's very enthusiastic about the friendship.
So can I look around to see if anyone responded to me preaching about Ilmater, if any of them seemed interested at all?
Yeah, you can make insight.
Rolls a 1. No.
Yeah, they're very they love hearing about big dragons, and they loved being able to talk about Anrak-Karak and friendship and treasure. Don't really seem to understand what you're saying so much as just talking about a big dragon that they think you worship. So they feel like they're on the same page religiously with you. You got your big ass dragon that you worship. They got their big ass dragon that they worship. That's cool.
Great.
They didn't realize how similar different religions like this would be, but that's just part of learning about people's culture.
We're creating a syncretic
yeah.
modern
There you go.
dragon. That's fucking great.
Yeah, I believe I'm a big fan of secular dragonism. You know,
No theocracy.
we're all the great dragon Anrak-Karak.
Totally.
For some reason, it's not letting me edit my fucking gold. It's kind of pissing me off.
Because you've got your assets got
Did you save the page wrong?
Hey, it's a
No,
PDF.
no,
It's a PDF. It's just not doing anything when I try typing in it.
Yes, because you can save it wrong. You can flatten it.
You left your
Do that.
you left your homestead without warning, and
That's weird, though. I can edit yours, the one that you sent
the
me.
Daggerford DOJ froze your assets.
It's weird. No, it's weird because it's only the gold stuff that I can't edit.
Oh, really?
I can edit
Okay.
else.
Dude, I'm telling you, Daggerford DOJ, they froze your assets.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I just have to know I'm at 495
they're putting a RICO case out on you.
Yeah, so what the fuck?
So you guys are just still in the castle.
So I'm
I'm in
vibing
the keep.
with,
Yeah. You're doing your downtown thing. You told me about. Jacking off.
Wait, what? You're doing something else? No, I was gonna have a conversation with Harmonel. I was
I mean, we can have
get this dumbass out of here, and then he had a 45-minute diversion into Christianity.
Yep.
Ateribo 90 Soradis, I guess it was it. So
yeah. So Alric leaves, and that's just Harmonel and I up there. Where are the brothers there too?
No, they've gone to their room.
Okay, the room singular.
Yes.
Wow, they really are gay buddies.
Mm-hmm. There's also just not that many rooms in the keep.
So we're gonna go into the. I guess we'll since we'll bring this stuff to the treasure room, we'll be around the treasure room anyway.
Okay. Yep.
And I'll
There's masons kind of spread out throughout the place. Well, actually, no, they've gone to their camp just outside the city to rest for the night.
Yeah. Have the Smiths finished the strong room yet?
Not yet. That's gonna start in a couple days.
Okay. So. Okay. Yeah.
Because they said they had to do it like midway through their mason's work.
Yeah. So they can tack it into the walls as they're being shored up and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So, Harmonel, you seem to have garnered an inkling of what I have in mind with Zarek. Do you have any thoughts?
Indeed.
You weren't exactly subtle.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't trying to be subtle.
I know. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go pee while you talk.
Okay.
I can hear. Always.
Do you have any thoughts, Harmonel?
What?
Do you have any thoughts?
I mean, do we know how far his bounty is in Waterdeep? Because if his bounty is low, then it won't be enough to clear our names there. It will surely help us a bit, but I don't.
So to be entirely honest, I I don't think that we should try to clear
But
quote unquote our bounties, because they are not bounties on us. They are bounties on Methros and Lady Gallus and Barris. And what I have in mind is to take Zarek back, and possibly by myself, and to take a moment to disguise myself so that I don't look quite as I usually do, but also so that I don't look too different. Essentially, enough so that the captain of the guard could see that there is some mistake in me being targeted based on the posters they have out,
Interesting.
and to explain to him that you and I are respected individuals in Daggerford, that we haven't been there long, but we have taken the time to establish ourselves as pillars of the community, and that even so, we are being targeted by bounty hunters and vigilantes because of Waterdeep's reckless disregard for the safety of the general populace by extending an exorbitant bounty with nothing more than a photo and a name, or nothing more than a crude painting and a name.
yes.
Which, and there may be many people who look roughly like me or roughly like you, or indeed, there may be many people like me or you who look roughly like their posters, and it is a public nuisance to have such.
That's who you're doing it for. The people.
Yes.
Communist.
Yeah.
I feel like again, Vara's just gonna give way too much information and be like, "It's totally me, guys," and he'd be like, "Oh, okay."
And by having Zarek with us as well, or with me, as a token of goodwill, we can not only show that we are not with Amric's raiders, but also that we have the best interests of Waterdeep in mind.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
And I would, in an offhand way, make clear to the guard captain who was looking for us that I have no intention of taking any bounty for Zarek that might exist, because I'm not a bounty hunter, because I don't hold with that type.
Yes,
Bounty hunter
Innocent people in
literally is a
danger.
bounty hunter.
Yeah, and so you want to go to Waterdeep alone?
I think that makes sense, because I think that the more
Yeah, I get. Yeah. I see.
yeah, and because I can disguise myself and fairly well,
Yeah.
and if I make myself a shade different than what I have in those posters, but only a shade, enough to cast reasonable doubt, but not so much that you can't see the resemblance. To make clear that there are people who look similar enough to be killed for the sake of thousands and thousands of gold pieces, even though they might have nothing to do with what was done.
Yeah,
Yes,
blackface.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah. So that's what I have in mind, and I think that having Zarek's body is not necessary, but I do think that it is beneficial.
And really kind of hot.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, because the other advantage is that if we can get the guard to stop looking for us and stop looking for us, Harmonil and Vera, and to take down their posters, then our names will be cleared, and people won't be looking for us anymore. They'll still look for Gallus and Methros and Barris, but those people
Don't forget
dead.
Trojan.
Huh? And Trojan Montoya. Exactly. But those people are dead, all of them.
Mandala, Asir, Fane.
And if we can clear our names in that way,
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I have, I think 2,000 gold in your basement and 7 bars.
Yes.
You really think they didn't find that?
I
I
mean,
mean, I hit it. I hit it behind a brick in the wall. Unless
Yeah,
they
she hit
ripped
it.
the wall out.
I mean, I don't know how dumb the guards are if they figured that out, but
I mean, it's mortared into the walls. Unless they
Yeah.
ripped the walls
Yeah, they'd
apart.
have to. Yeah, she did a good job hiding it. It's not just under
Yeah.
a floorboard, which also not a bad hiding spot. Who looks under floorboards these days?
Yeah.
Definitely not people searching the home of a wanted terrorist. That's
Exactly.
Yeah.
They found all the chemicals that Harmondale used to make all those bombs.
Yep.
I mean, I think it's worth a shot because whether or not they did find anything in the house, I mean, Waterdeep is a place with with rule of law and with a semblance of
Corruption.
yes, there is corruption in the Watch, but the city itself does have rule of law, and they do put stock in their rule of law. And the guard captain who came to arrest us did not strike me as one who is comfortable operating outside the bounds of those laws. And if he is given a reason to doubt that you and I are the same people they have in their posters, then I think he would also find it unacceptable anything that they did in assaulting your home and in any subsequent searches and seizures. From
Very
your
good,
home.
very good. Yeah, I like where this is going.
At least that is my sense.
Yeah, excellent.
He wants his Finderwell branded sheets back.
Totally. I want my stacks on stacks back.
Yeah, that's the real prize.
I mean, it's sad that I'm so frail because the only reason that money is there in the first place is that I literally could not carry it. Like it was like breaking my back.
I mean, that's why Bandag had 10 bars on him. Money's heavy.
Money.
You guys should have
money,
left
money.
through the gate with a cart full of gold instead of scaling down the mountain like a bunch of pussies.
I did not scale down the mountain.
That's true. You should have gone back to the house. You know, that's crawling with kappas. You should have, broke in, gone downstairs, tore the wall down until you found where she hid it, loaded the
I
gold
think
up
I
into
knew
a
that
cart.
she hit it.
Fuck.
Did
What-
Varys know that she hit it in the wall like that? Did you know the exact
No,
spot?
not like that. No, but he knew it was hidden. So yeah, tear apart the whole house looking for it while the guards are there. You know.
What's that noise? Must have been the wind.
Must have been the
Whatever happened to Varys's gold bars?
That was Bandug's, right? Bandug's 10 gold bars were the ones that Varys had, right?
Oh, okay. So okay.
Because remember how you negotiated a very fair contract with Bandog that was basically you get all the money?
I mean, you guys got your money back. I don't know what you're complaining about.
Yeah, I mean,
You guys all got all your money back and more.
That's what I was wondering because there's 10 gold bars in the treasure room that I know that we got from Bandog, but I was like, but in my notes on my character sheet it says that Varys owes me the proceeds from 10 of his bars.
Those were the bars.
But mine also says Varys owes me all the gold proceeds from 10 of his gold bars, which makes me think he had more than 10.
Well, he did at various points, but it dwindled down.
Oh, okay, so he had 10 at the end, and all 10 went to Bandog.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because Varys came back with money, but that was spent on various things, I think. And then
Probably buckets.
Yeah, probably. And then
Varys also gave a bunch of money to the boys on the way out.
That's true.
You know, the boys.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's where the rest of the money went. Yeah, you gave the rest of the money to them.
Well, Varys gave his to them. Basically, any cut he had that was left.
And then Bandog had the rest of the money because of the weight issue, and he,
Yeah.
That was that was a badass dramatic escape.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
okay. So what do you think about the that whole sequence of thoughts, Harmon?
I mean, I am fine with that.
Of course, you're fine with it. I'm the one putting my neck on the line. But
Are you okay with me going all by myself and doing this thing?
you wanted to do that on your own. I mean, what am I supposed to say?
I do think it is the smartest way to do it.
You can say no, dude. Be your own fucking man.
I mean, I am not the guy to have authority on her. I mean, if she wants to get herself killed, then I don't know. I mean, but as I said, if you want to do that, I'm not going to stop you.
Do you have any thoughts for what one could do if that goes sideways and they arrest me?
Don't get arrested in the first place. I don't know.
You'll get Major Esquire to be your
lawyer.
Your lawyer.
You can't arrest me. I'm his attorney.
Yeah. That response spoke volumes. Do you have any ideas of what to do if I get arrested?
Yeah, I mean, a lot.
Don't get arrested.
Yeah.
You can probably try and bribe someone. I mean, they're probably corrupt as shit over there.
I'm not sure it bodes well.
You guys already know they're corrupt as shit.
Or should I also or should I come as well?
I think that's less.
You can always scale the cliffs back in.
We can always scale the cliffs back again.
Eric, though, because he can't know we're wanted terrorists.
Well, that's not true. I mean, he's an understanding man.
Harmonel.
Yes.
What would you think about
hooking up?
Explaining to Alaric that that Waterdeep has been reckless in their search for the vagabonds who were terrorizing their city, and that in their recklessness they have placed innocents in danger, us among them, and that we wish to go there and clarify the situation with a token of goodwill, i.e. Zarek's body, and that a man of his holiness and devotion would do well to speak in favor of our intentions.
So they explained to him that we are not the terrorists that they're looking for, but
these are not the terrorists you were looking for.
Yeah, Obi-Wan style, yeah. But simply that Waterdeep has been reckless as fuck, and that we need to sort out the things because they attacked Daggerford with the bounty hunters.
Yeah.
Nightstone, to be more precise.
Yeah. So that is the only way that I see it being sensible for us to go together, is if he comes as well. Then, rather than 2 of 4 people they are looking for coming back, there will be 3 people coming back, one of whom is clearly not who they're looking for. And I can make myself slightly other than what they're looking for as well.
Yeah.
Although I'll have to do that in a way that is not suspicious to Alaric.
I guess I could. Your hair? I don't know. I just felt like changing things.
I mean, there's a certain style that stately women in Waterdeep have.
Waterdeep women.
Waterdeep women, which is not the same as those.
So I should talk to Alaric, and then we go together to Waterdeep, if I understood you correctly.
And you think you should be the one to talk to them?
I mean, or maybe we can let Vera do that, and then I just come along, just in case we need to hit them.
You're gonna call your lawyers?
Yeah, just in case we need Madros Esquire again as a lawyer.
Yeah, let's forget that we know these names.
Yeah, it's probably in your best interest.
I think that makes sense. If for no other reason, then it means that we can continue having sessions where we're all together and not be having to do separate activities.
Yeah, that's true. It would be a lot easier on me if the parties split up halfway around the Sword's Coast.
Yes. So here's what we're gonna do. Harmonel, you go to Baldur's Gate. I'll go to Neverwinter, and we'll make this happen.
Yeah,
I will go to Tether.
Yeah, there you go.
And then we see each other like in half a year?
Yep, yes, you meet up every year in Nightstone.
Alright, every single person is going to get their own 5 hours once a week solo adventure with a car.
Yep.
I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, you are always complaining that you want more. This is your dream come true, bro.
You just gotta quit your job, man. Quit your job.
Yeah.
Back to Waterdeep we go.
All right, so you gonna do some sleepy times? It's 8 p.m.
Has
Yeah.
Alaric returned yet with his
Yes.
with his information?
Okay. So
Yeah, so right before bed he's gonna come and give the list. This
Okay.
asshole needs this, this guy needs this. I spoke with the kobolds and they're open to worshiping Ilmater now.
that good for you, I guess.
You know, Lady Ilsnane,
Yes.
the more can I like roll perception, just to like, he's a very perceptive guy.
Is he though?
Is he though?
Is he?
Yeah, he
You know,
is.
he's
Actually,
not
he's
very
got
good
10.
at it.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
got
okay.
19 wisdom. So
Just kind of
Oh,
trying to glean to where some of this this negativity towards religion comes from. In a world where we know that deities exist and have power.
see,
Where
but
does
the
that
thing
come
is, it's like that doesn't mean they're gods. Because
Also-
there's been multiple mortal people that have ascended to godhood.
you can also just ask me, Brobot.
Yeah, bro.
Well,
If
Lady
it troubles you so, then ask
where
me.
does this negativity towards our Lord come from?
Towards our Lord.
What has happened to you to make you so cynical?
Alric, I don't know what happened to you that would make you choose to be a slave to another, but I worship no man or woman, regardless of their deification.
And yet, that same deity
Set you up.
tells me you were of great importance.
I may
Ironic.
well be.
Yeah, I mean, Alaric is definitely not really perceptive.
No, he's not.
That may well be.
He's got like a natural, like really good hearing, but then he just like walks into walls while trying to listen.
More or less.
Echolocation is difficult, man.
Alric, that may well be. And a god may know things that we do not know, and a god may have powers that we do not have. But that does not mean that I owe him or her my allegiance or my respect
I take it,
or my
Lady
devotion.
if you allow me to be so forward, I take it you are one who has suffered many injustices in your life. Is that so?
Suffered and delivered.
And as a result of these injustices you've suffered, do you seek vengeance for them? Do you seek power as a way to take back control from those who have done you wrong?
What?
You
What
seem
the fuck? Are
Are
Take
you reading
back.
are you reading from Dianetics right now?
What the fuck?
He's basically trying to be like, look, I know you've gone through some shit, right?
Yes.
We've all gone through some things
Jesus
that
Christ
we wish
died
we
on the
could
cross.
take back.
Rose
God
again
rest
on the
his soul.
third day.
But when you fight those injustices with more injustice, you only hurt yourself in the long run.
No.
Alaric, I have a question for you.
Yes.
In order to fight injustice, do I have to pay devotion to Ilmater? And do I have to light candles in his name? And do I have to toss coins to his priests?
No.
Then why will you
You
not?
worship Ilmater not through just purely actions that are done for show. You worship Ilmater through how you live your life.
Then why don't you see
he's
how I live my
the-
life, and you can judge whether or not Ilmater is pleased?
I think there's a lot of gray in that answer.
Alaric takes his shirt off and he's got a "Only Ilmater can judge me" tattoo.
Love it. You say there's a lot of gray in that answer, but there's a lot of gray in this world. If Ilmater can't see the light and the dark and the gray, then Ilmater's not really a god.
Lady Ilsanane.
He just slaps you.
There is a lot of dark in this world, but also in that darkness, that's the times where we most appreciate the light.
Darkness is but a shadow cast by the light.
If you give yourself that light,
Utili in aure, they shall come again.
See,
if you persevere, you will come to realize just how lucky you are to live in this world.
Alric,
Appreciate it.
you began by asking me what my contempt for your religion is. And I'll tell you what my contempt comes from. You say that all that matters is what I do and how I live. But then, a moment after I tell you to watch my deeds and judge me, you then tell me I have to be thankful, pay homage, have some devotion. So it's not just my deeds, it's not just what I do. I also have to be a slovenly little dog for your god. I am not a dog, and I will not lick your god's boots.
Your buddy.
I love that, buddy.
Perhaps, Lady Ilsanane, you are right.
Perhaps. But you can have your religion, and I will not slight you that. I'd prefer if you didn't slight me mine.
Perhaps there is some
atheism is really a religion because you believe in something still.
I believe in something. I believe in myself, bitch. Church of Vera.
And in the shekel.
I think what you have done in helping these people, you have served Ilmater, whether you acknowledge it or not.
Okay, fuck that. Let's go to Waterdeep.
So be it.
Yeah.
So we're going to Waterdeep now. I thought you wished to avoid that terrorist-plagued city.
Yes. So, Alric, regardless of your feelings on Ilmater, and to in case I did not say it, thank you for informing us of the citizens of Nightstone's needs. But while you were out helping the people, Harmonel and I were discussing the recent troubles that have befallen this town. In point of fact, the rather unexpected and seemingly unwarranted assault by this undead force. And it seems to us that it is, if you can believe it, a misunderstanding that would cause dozens of monsters to attack this town.
Somebody gasps and faints in the background when you say misunderstanding.
Yeah. A misunderstanding born of Waterdeep's recklessness and, frankly, dangerous approach to finding the criminals they have that have been terrorizing their town. They have offered an unseemly reward, and as a clue as to who should be captured for said reward, they have offered nothing more than a crude drawing, which could look like any number of people from Waterdeep, Daggerford, Baldur's Gate, and who knows what else between. And unfortunately, those two of those people look vaguely similar to Harmonel and myself.
So I'm gonna cock my eyebrow a little bit and kind of be like, interesting story.
It is our intention to go to Waterdeep to clarify this mistake, and to bring Zarek's body along as proof that we do not belong to the criminal group they are looking for. And as a show,
the Amric noobs or the Amric Raiders or whatever they were.
Yeah.
Whatever they would call, whatever Amric's buddies, friends of Amric. What do you call them?
Alaric's Raiders.
That's
Alaric's Raiders. Exactly.
That's what it was. That's the guys.
Yeah, Alaric is the number one most wanted criminal in Waterdeep. That was annoying.
And we recognize the danger that these criminals pose, and we would like Waterdeep to be able to find them. And so, in bringing Zarek back, we will show them that one of the criminals they're searching for is indeed dealt with, and we will forego the reward money for Zarek as well, and allow them to put it toward efforts to find the other criminals, on condition that they remove their posters, which are putting innocent people in danger and causing bounty hunters with distressing powers to summon undead beasts, mind you, who are roving the countryside, looking for anyone who directly resembles someone in these posters. So,
if these people, based on this unusual conclusion that you were these terrorists, like he's gonna say that with like a hint of like not really fully buying it, have decided to attack our town and try to take in somebody who has done nothing but restore it, then I will assist you.
Excellent.
thank you. And
But I would like to hear more eventually about why they would possibly make this mistake.
I can tell you why right now. And it oddly enough has nothing to do with anything nefarious on the part of these bounty hunters, but rather on the part, or on the part of Waterdeep, but rather just base recklessness on the part of Waterdeep. They've offered a reward of, it was 40,000, right, Carr?
Mm-hmm.
They've offered a reward of 40,000 gold pieces for the capture or killing of these individuals they suspect. And as you can imagine, 40,000 gold pieces is a sum to not be lightly passed. And any amount of familiarity or similarity with the individuals will suffice for virtually any bounty hunter. After all,
Out of
what
game,
worse happens? They kill an
Out of
innocent man and don't get 40,000 gold pieces.
Akar, how believable do you think this story is?
Well, you can make a insight versus her deception.
Oh yeah, we can do that, sure.
Are we going to kill another of Varys players?
Of Varys players?
Of Greg, yeah, I'm
You
fucking tired.
boob.
I'm fucking tired, come on.
I got a 19.
We're gonna wrap up as soon as you guys go to Waterdeep.
I got a 19.
Oh, I got 10 somehow.
So I
But-
kind of know she's full of shit, but I go along with it like.
But I'm not trying to deceive you. I'm pointing out basic facts that
Right,
that
but
there's
you're being misleading. You're being deceptive through omission, you know, and
Because you do know that those actually are.
misrepresentation.
you.
And you know you're being deceptive.
You're literally lying. I know you're lying because I was there. Yeah, so he's gonna be like, all right, like, totally understood. We could talk about this another time.
Okay,
Like,
can I
he's
tell that
clearly
he's
interested in hearing more about
Yeah,
what's
I don't
actually.
think he's trying to not, you know, I don't think he's trying to keep it on the DL that he's nonplussed.
so I can tell that he's not entirely sold.
I mean, it's not a very sellable story.
But yes, yeah.
So, Alric, you seem not entirely convinced. Is there some aspect of what I've told you that you find implausible, or about which you would like more clarification?
When you trust me, Lady Ilsnane, to the extent where you wish to tell me the full story, I will then listen. As of now, I'm content to follow your orders.
Okay, good.
Okay,
All right. You all
but can you at least understand that? Can you at least understand the reckless endangerment?
What I know of my time in Waterdeep is that it is nothing but a corrupt blight,
Okay.
where people in power would be willing to find scapegoats for their actions. That
Yeah.
I do not doubt.
Yes. And you can also understand the danger to the general populace in having a $40,000 bounty or 40,000 gold bounty attached to an imprecise, hastily sketched illustration of individuals.
Well, given that from what you say and from what I know, that there was a large attack by undead upon the innocent people of this city, of this keep, and that was apparently sanctioned by Waterdeep to operate in foreign lands. Of course, I do have a lot of concerns, and
Good.
I do think that something should be done to assuage their doubts about you.
Good.
Thank you, Gary Johnson. Your 2 minutes is up.
If you have any lingering doubts as to the veracity of what I've said, know that I have no intention of telling Waterdeep to halt their investigations or to stop looking for the criminals. Rather, I only wish to have them remove their obscene bounty and these posters and to do their own jobs, to have their watch and their guard do investigations, and not trust that to baser men who would kill for profit.
Yeah, Vera would never kill for
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just saying, I want them to do their jobs. Okay, does Alric like that story?
Look, I'll follow your lead, and we can discuss more about what really happened in Waterdeep at a later date. Going.
Yeah, we
And
will
he's-
do that at some point. Yeah.
he's going to like bend down and do his little bow again, and you jerk. And then he has to like, and then he has to like put his hand on the ground and push up with that to get himself back
Jesus. How's this guy not fucking dead yet?
Leans so far into the old man trope.
up. He's not.
He's
not
like, clerics can live for a really long time, but also, at the same
Like-
time.
Crap,
in my head, it's not that he's like elderly. It's just like, he lived a rough lifestyle for a while, and maybe he tore his fucking knee, and they don't have surgery. Once that happened back in the day, you're just fucked.
I'm just imagining like all like the stereotypical things of like you like really really laboriously like, get back off the ground, and you're like, oh, it's gonna rain later.
All right, so are you guys gonna head out to Waterdeep?
I think we're going to leave my brothers here, so to supervise. Or what does Vera want?
I mean, you do whatever you want to do, whatever makes you feel most comfortable, bro.
I mean, are you comfortable with leaving Rowa on her own?
She's not here.
She's back at Doggerford.
Yeah, and who's actually in charge now? When we all gone, who's going to be in charge of this shit place?
Oh shit, that's right.
Wait, what happened?
Well, we can't leave yet anyway. We can't leave for 4 days? Probably 5 days because we need to wait.
We can do some downtime stuff then, and then we leave.
Yeah, Preston needs to get back with his supplies and then do something about Zarek's body, and then we can go.
Yeah.
It might also make sense for you, Harmonel, and you, Alric, to get horses if you're interested in such
Can
thing.
we buy them or borrow them, or what? What is it?
No, the scouts. Not for that long.
How do the scouts do they have proprietary rights over their horses?
Well, I mean,
Do we
it's their
have like a
horses,
free
they're not-
horse? Do we have a free horse rental service, something like that?
What?
A free horse rental service.
A free horse rental service? No.
Yeah.
How do you make money with that venture?
Like the Teleri did with an Noldor.
No.
Wait, so are the scouts under my command?
They are, yes, but they're that just because they're under your command doesn't mean they're not reticent to give you their horses for an extended period of time. I mean, they are their horses.
Do they have a captain?
Rohua.
No, she's not a captain. She was like a special
Well, she was
attaché.
in charge of them. So, but no, she's not there anymore. So you and her were the two people in charge of them.
Okay. Well, I am going to keep an eye on the scouts and see if any of them show leadership promise, and see if any of them are treated as natural leaders in the group.
I like it.
Because we can't have. They need to have a leader anyway. They need to have a chain of command. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
Also, is there no chain of command? Are they all corporals or something like that?
Well, they're all like sergeants.
They're all sergeants. Jesus Christ, they're all sergeants.
Corporals. Well, it's the rank that the scouts get is equivalent to sergeant, but they're technically just scouts.
Oh, okay. So there is no chain of command. They're just dudes.
Well, the chain of command is Duratha and you, and then them.
Yeah, that's not good enough. What if something happens to Drouth and me? Come on, dude. That's not chain of command. That's just a commander.
Okay.
Okay. It's okay. We got 5 days before we can go anyway. I will keep an eye on that.
Gotta get these guys shits together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to create a proper chain of command so that we can do this. Like,
What happened?
The thing you posted is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
All right, cool. Well, then we'll end here.
Okay.
We're gonna wait 5 days, and then we're going to go to Waterdeep.
Maybe we can make that decision next time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I'm still wicked tired, and I think there's something I might.
I am
want
also
to do.
tired as fuck.
You're
Yep.
wicked tired.
That's
It's only 10:40. Jeez.
No, yeah, but I've been working until like 11 or midnight every day this week.
Oh, so you should be used to it. No problem.
Yeah, I should be used to it. No, I've been slowly fading out more and more every day.
God,
Yeah.
maybe you're just gonna have a stroke here soon.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
That's
what it
when
is.
are we
Give it a
continuing?
real
I'm
slow
always having a
stroke.
I'm always having one.